What's up, guys? It's Ethan Ryder with Soccer for Us Kids, U.S Kids. I'm here with explainer video number 6. We're going to talk about video assistant refereeing, which has become known as VAR. This is a very interesting part of soccer that is something that you would have guessed would have happened. It's something that has gone to more technology-based to ref games, and it's not exactly technology-based yet. But video assistant refereeing, which I will refer to now as VAR throughout the video because video assistant refereeing is a mouthful, to say the least. So VAR is something that FIFA has acted on. It's an action that FIFA have made to try and make more correct calls. And this has been a problem throughout soccer where calls have been made that are wrong, and it's kind of an injustice to teams that have been working hard to win these competitions, and then a ref just makes a wrong decision. It is a hard thing to overcome. So it has been come in to try and make clear and obvious mistakes correct. So something like the Maradona hand of God, where he went up and instead of heading the ball and he used his hand and handed it into the goal and the ref didn't see it, VAR would fix something like that because it's a clear and obvious mistake that he used his hand and the ref did not see it. VAR, however, has gotten a lot of stick because it takes a lot of time to have the ref go all the way over and check VAR to make sure it works and to see if it was a clear and obvious mistake. And sometimes it's questionable if it's even the correct call. Sometimes it seems like it may just be a judgment thing. So let me go through what VAR is. I kind of forgot to do that. VAR is a video assistant refereeing to make sure that clear and obvious mistakes are correct. So what happens is if something happens in the game that is questionable and the ref doesn't make the call, let's say an offsides call, a penalty call, or a red card offense, if something happens and the ref misses it, people in the VAR, the ref has a little headphone, a little microphone that he has in his ear, and someone are in a completely different place. And this happens in MLS. There's a bunch of people with screens all around them, and they'll talk to the ref if they think that it's a clear and obvious mistake. And they look at it and they say, "Mr. Ref, Mr. Johnny, I believe that this call was incorrect." Or they'll say something like that, and they'll say, "I don't know, that may have been a penalty, Mr. Ref. You may want to go back and check that." Sometimes the person will say, "That was a penalty. You were wrong." And the ref will be like, "Okay, penalty." And he'll call a penalty. However, sometimes the ref has his own say, and the ref always has the most power because they thought they were going to take too much power away from the ref. And so the ref can ignore what the VAR people say and continue to play. And that sometimes is a problem when people give stick to VAR for that. However, sometimes the ref can say, I don't know if you're right, I don't know if I'm right. Pause, and he makes this signal, which is the VAR signal, and he goes over to a screen, and he watches it over and over again until he thinks he makes the correct call, and then he comes back out, and if he thinks it was a penalty, when he didn't call it, he goes, penalty, and he calls a penalty. And so that's what VAR is. So it's gotten a lot of stick, but it's an action towards trying to make soccer better and more correct. However, it takes a lot of time, and a lot of people like the ever-flowing 90 minutes of a football match that only pauses for the halftime, no commercials, and this has pauses that are a little questionable, and it seems like sometimes takes longer than the extra time that's added at the end of the game. So it has gotten some stick, but me personally, I think it's great. It's great because it's making correct calls that, in other words, would have been mistakes that people would have been trying all the time. Let's say it's in the Champions League final and the ref makes a mistake. With VAR, the ref does not make that mistake. It may take a little bit longer to make that mistake right and make sure that it's a correct call. However, I feel like that making the correct call is more important than having a little more time. So for me personally, I like VAR. It has gotten a lot of stick, but I think it's a step in the right direction to try and make soccer correct in every way possible. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and I hope that you come back and watch some more videos. Thanks. Have a good one.